So this was the device that we were talking about. And before the computer generations before it begins, the computer generations are begin, there were an era called mechanical era, where this Blaise Pascal has made his Pascaline, or the added machine, and it was improved to do the multiplication and division. And this, yeah. විනාඩියකට excuse කරන්න, right? This calling call එකක් මට මේක answer කරන්න එනවා විනාඩියක්. Excuse කරන්න. All right, thank you for waiting. So people, yeah, Ravindu, we were just recapping the last week thing. So then I got this call from the school, so I had to go for answer it. So we are just recapping the things in the last week, Buddha. Right. So like,
thank you.
All right. So this amazing man, this scientist, actually he is a mathematician, as I know, Charles Babbage, invent this machine called which introduced us the first mechanical computer with the concept of inputting, processing, and output. So that is why Charles Babbage is named as the father of the computer, right? And the one who like the one we were talking about through that movie, the Alan Turing, he is the father of modern computer, because it was a changing point where the Alan Turing invented that machine to attack the Nazi army. That's some additional stuff that I'm saying, right? So, but the father of the computer is named as, is known as the Charles Babbage. So then electromechanical era has begun, and the first generation used the invention, or like the invention of this what you call this the frost, which is called the vacuum tubes, as the major component or the major technology of the computer. right? So what they are doing is they use these vacuum tubes on the computers, and they were building a massive one big computer which can do limited amount of mathematical operations, but still it was a milestone and it was a breakthrough uh, in the mathematical history, or like in the computer history, right? Which emerge, which creates the very first. Sorry, Suhara, go and have a wash. Right, so I'm sorry, I was disturbed from my little one. Right, so the vacuum tubes was the major improvement, or was the major invention which gives the breeds, or which gives the starting for the very first computer, right? So as we talked, the ENIAC was recognized as the very first computer. It's the first electronic digital computer, and it was designed by these two uh, scientists, which call the John Macaulay and Presper Eckert, right? And people, you are seeing, you are seeing the very first computer, which is very big as our living room, not like our living room, like it sometimes it's bigger than our house, right? So like it's a very big thing which is made out of uh, very large amount of vacuum tubes, which will generate a big heat, and which was consuming a very big power. And it was designed to do the basic mathematical operations, right? And the capabilities, the memories, all are low on that era, but still it is the very first step for the computers that we are using. So then we talked about the second generation, right? So in second generation, we called the major breakthrough was the invention of transistor. So transistor has the ability to replace several vacuum tubes. And again, when it comes to the size, transistor and a vacuum tube, when you are comparing that, one vacuum tubes, the space that a one vacuum tube is consuming can be used for many different transistors. So one transistor can do many works of like one transistor can perform like many number of the task of many number of vacuum tubes. And again, one vacuum tube can be the space of a vacuum tube can be replaced by many transistors. So both the factors are helping to reduce the size of the computer, right? එක vacuum tube එකක් තියෙන තැන අස් කරලා එතනට transistors ගොඩක් replace කරන්න පුළුවන්, and one particular transistor එකක් vacuum tubes ගොඩක වැඩක් කරනවා. So ඒක නිසා ඒක නිකන් double time අඩු වුණා වගේ තත්ත්වයක් තමයි second generation එකේදී සිද්ධ වුනේ. Right, in second generation, the inputs and the outputs, there were specific devices that they used to do the inputs and the outputs, which is explained in your chart, this particular chart. So I think I have made a picture of that. So let me take that. So you people can copy that down. People, we have to copy down this table. Otherwise, there will be no any specifications regarding the history. So we have to take these things down. So regarding the, yeah, this is going to be the table. And before that, you have to have the topic, and the some of the important points are there to take down as well. All right, so Let's go one by one. Like, I think we have written down the demerits, as I remember. So, people put the heading evolution of computer. Then I'll tell you what to be written, right? Yes, people. Still, is there anyone who haven't the textbook? Tesandu, okay. Thank you. Tesandu, you can copy from the screen, right? So evolution of the computer, and yeah, let's see from where you need to copy down. Yeah, you may copy down this particular sentence. So once you copy this down, I'll read you the things. So you can write those things like point wise, right? So once you copy this down, you have to hear me out, right? Okay, so people, are you
Only the
ready?
highlight.
Yes, only the highlight part. Yes, it's only the highlight part. Right. Shall we take down the things? Are you ready to go with me?
So wait a minute.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So the next point, it's better you write it like this. Okay. World's first ever mathematical machine. World first ever mathematical machine. World's first ever mathematical machine. So I'm reading this part. World first ever mathematical machine. which is called the add-in machine, which is called the add-in machine, which is called the add-in machine, was invented by, which is called the add-in machine, was invented by Blaise Pascal. The name is here. Blaise Pascal. Blaise Pascal in 1642. In 1642. Okay, second point. In 1674, you can see the name that I'm going to tell you. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz. Those are two different names, right? Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz improved the add-in machine, improved the add-in machine to perform multiplication and divisions. To perform multiplication and divisions. To perform multiplications and divisions. Next point. A punch card was used. A punch card was used a punch card was used as an input and output method, as an input and output, not the method, as an input and output, which was invented by which was invented by French scientist named Joseph Jacquard. Right. Next point. Charles Babbage build a machine called analytical engine. Charles Babbage built a machine called analytical engine which uses the concept which was based on the concept which was based on the concept which was based on the concepts input, comma, process, comma, output, and store. The wordings are on the screen. Based on the concepts input, comma, process, comma, output, and store. Full stop and continue. Due to this reason, due to this reason, due to this reason, Charles Babbage is called the father of computing. Charles Babbage is called the father of computing. And as the next point, you can copy this entire line about Madame Ada Augusta Lovelace. Right, copy it down. Madame Ada Augusta Lovelace is considered as the first programmer since she tried to write programs for the analytical engine. Okay, can we continue? Yeah, as the next point. Yeah, so you have to write this. In 1944, as the next point, in 1944, then you can copy this down. People, can I know who has not received the textbook yet, other than Tesandu? Tesandu has informed me that he don't have the textbook. Who else? Osanda, you don't have neither, right? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, okay. Right. Are we done? Right. Can we continue to the graph? Yeah, I guess. So, yes, people, I need you to copy this. So, මේක ටිකක් ලොකුයි නමුත් අපිට දැන් පොත නැති නිසා නැත්නම් මම ගෙදරදී මේක කරන්න දෙනවා කට්ටියටම. Since we don't have the book, you have to copy it down, right? So, if you are writing on a small book, small textbook, use 2 pages. If you are doing it on a CR book, have it in the horizontal manner, right? කෙලින් අතර නෙමෙයි හරස් අතට පාවිච්චි කරන්න. Right? Okay. We have discussed these things, so you have to list this down or like the copy this down. Okay, Udamya, we have written down some of the points, Dua. I think you better keep a 1 page for that. Then just try to copy this down, right? I have read the things for you to take down. So you will follow the recordings, Dua, after today. Then have that. So keep just 1 page. 1 page කියන්නේ අපිට පොඩි exercise book එකක ඉන්න එක පිටුවක් ඇති වෙයි කියලා මට හිතෙනවා. Right? Then you can copy this table down. People, let me know when you are done. Okay, one is done. Tesandu, I think there is little more to the downwards. Yeah, it's only the point first, comparatively faster than first generation, then the point which is saying expensive. Yeah. So add that up. How about others? I keep writing, people, others, don't worry. Right, two are done. Right, people, are you done? Right. So can we move to the other generations then? Is there anyone still writing? Just indicate me. Right. So we are moving. Yeah, people, give me a second until I'm taking this third and fourth generations. Right. Yeah, people, I'm sorry, I was talking without like like I was talking in the mute situation. I'm sorry. Right. So it is about the third generation. Tesanto, thank you for the message. I was just thinking why you were asking something like that. Right. So in the third generation people, it was the generation which uses the technology called integrated circuits. Right. So let me go back to the pictures that I showed to you. So in here, integrated circuits are capable of doing or like capable of replacing hundreds of transistors. So instead of bunch of transistors, we can have a one small integrated circuit. And again, it is very capable of doing things or like it is improved with the technology than the transistors. So this will make the computer get smaller, right? And like enabling less power consumption, less heat generation, and small in size. Even price is being reduced, right? And those are the advantages that they got, right? And in the other hand, the calculations. Yeah, Ravindu says that he can't hear me clearly. Is it the same for the others? Am I lagging when I'm talking like at your side? No, right? Okay. All right. Ravindu, it's better you disconnect and connect back and see. Uda. I think the problem lies with your side, right? Okay. So then this integrated circuit, the IC, make the computer faster. So many different tasks can be done within a short period of time. So it improved by speed, and it was improved with the task that it can perform, right? Like මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ තප්පරයක් කියලා අපි අරගත්තොත් තප්පරයකදී කරන්න පුළුවන් වැඩ ප්‍රමාණය, right? And it is also getting improved with doing the task simultaneously. එක සැරේ tasks කීපයක් කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහට. So it has been improved, right? So this IBM 360 series, PDP, and the TDC 316 were the computers of third generation, as you can see. So let's move to your textbook and see what else that they are talking about. There are some extra things as well, right? So here in the third generation, as we talked, the integrated circuits were the major technology, and the storage were increased because they could use or they could create the high capacity disks for secondary storage, and the keyboard and the mouse were invented in this era. So the අපි අද පාවිච්චි කරන keyboard and mouse වල ඉපදීම සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් invention එක සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ in the third generation, right? So as per the softwares, the operating system, the very first operating system has happened, which we considered as the Microsoft Disk Operating System, MS-DOS. And programming languages were well developed because in the second generation, they had the programming languages as well. And high-level computer languages for coding. So high-level computer languages are like, as an example, we can say Java. The Pascal that you are going to learn in grade 11 is a high-level programming language. And when it comes to the A-levels, we are teaching Python to the students. That is a high-level programming language. And if you take the software world, Java, C, C++, C#, Visual Basic, Visual Studio, right? There are many different languages for you to interact with, right? So the birth of those kind were happened in the third generation, right? And characteristics, of course, I don't need to realize you because it is comparatively getting improved, right? So the advantages are getting bigger and disadvantages are getting smaller, right? So small in size, less heat generation, comparatively faster than the second generation. Still, it is expensive, but it is cheaper than the second generation. Comparatively expensive, but it is cheaper, right? Then low power consumption, right? Those kinds are there, and the systems invented is listed down right over there. And I go through the fourth generation as well, right? In the fourth generation, the major technology was the improvement of ICs. So they were inventing large scale integration circuits, which we call the LSICs, and then the very large scale integration circuits, which we call the VLSIC, right? But there, and as well as there was a major breakthrough which we call the microprocessor. The invention of the microprocessor has happened in the fourth generation. Then at the kale api pavichchi karana processor එකේ birth එක, the microprocessor was there, right? And palm tops were invented, high capacity hard disks like 3 to 400 gigabytes hard disk were there, right? And floppy disks for the as per the external storage devices, and optical disc as well, right? CDs වල උපත සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ ඔය කාලෙදි, right? And personal, the concept of personal computer, ඒ කියන්නේ තනි පුද්ගලයෙකුට computer එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් ආකාරය හැඩගැහෙන්නේ in the fourth generation. So like so far, like until the third generation ends, there were no concept called personal computers, PCs, right? And the networks were built in as well, right? And in the operating system, there were major changes. They invented this operating system with graphical user interface, GUI we say, right? Okay, Ravindu problem එකක් තියෙනවා බලන්න. Ravindu පුතා මාව ඇහෙනවද? Ravindu, can you hear me clearly? Ravindu? Right, okay, let's carry on. Thank you, contact. Right, then the operating systems with a graphical user interface. Now, what is graphical user interface? Graphical user interface means the interfaces which are with the graphics, like this, right? Graphics theory interface, like as per the very first operating system, the computer was like this, like the command prompt. Mulu computer එකම ඔය විදිහට තමයි පේන්න තිබි, like there were words and we have to type the specific command to execute, right? So one execution at a time on those days, like when the operating system births, like at the very first year. And then after it like improved, there are eras for the operating systems as well. Operating system එක හැදිච්ච විදිහක් තියෙනවා. OS එක නැතුව තිබ්බ කාලේ තිබුණා. ඊළඟට simple batch processing කියලා එකක් තිබුණා, which I'm telling you the A-level stuff, not the O-level. So likewise, when it comes to the fourth generation, they invented this graphical user interface, which is something similar and not something rich as today. ඒ කාලේ බොහොම අඩු විදිහට graphics හැදිලා තිබුණේ. I'll show you a Windows interface at the very beginning, right? Yeah. So this is, I think, Windows 95. Right. Let me. Yeah, as I remember. I'm not a person who has used Windows 95, but I was using the Windows from 97. Right. I remember I am using this, right? So it's 90, yeah, it's 95 as well as 97 was like this too, right? So so let me have the bigger picture. Yeah, it was like this. The first, not the, yeah, it's like the first graphical user interface, right? So yeah, the computer was like this, right? ඒ දවස්වල ඔක්කොම තිබුණේ මේ accessories කියන එක ඇතුළේ තමයි. So we hit the start button and go to the program and go to the accessories, right? Like it was developing very rapidly. හැම අවුරුද්දකටම Windows version එකක් එළියට ආවා, right? Like 95, then 97 was there, then the XP, as I remember. So this is the way they yeah, evolved. No, before the XP there were two different things. Yeah, so 95 was there, and yeah, some other things as well. 95 was there, 97 was there, NT was there, Millennium was there. Yeah, then after the Windows XP was there, right? Right? But yeah, this is how it happens. 95, 98, this 2000 server and Windows NT, those are like server versions, right? It's like Windows Me, that is for the Millennium Edition, and then the Windows XP, then the Windows 7, then the Windows 8, then it became Windows 8.1, then straight away to the Windows 10. So after Windows 10, they haven't issued any versions of Windows, but the what you call the updates for the Windows system, right? So that is how the operating system evolves. And there were some alternative operating systems as well, like Unix, right? And people, as you know, it is very small in size now, and it is portable and upgradable. Upgradable means you can increase the RAM as you want, right? You can like increase the storage if you want by fixing another hard disk. So it is very customizable. And the IBM PCs and Apple are introducing their personal computers on these days, right? So I think I have some pictures for you to show in my note as well, right? So this is the fourth generation computer, right? So this is what we call a VLSI, very large scale integrated circuit, right? So as I remember, this was one of the computers which is invented by the Apple, right? So look at the keyboard. It's a very basic keyboard in there. Look at the mouse, right? Keys සෑහෙන අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙන, it is big in size, right? Unlike today. So I'll go through the fifth generation as well. So when it comes to the fifth generation, we call the technology is called the ultra large scale integration, ULSI. So as per ULSIC, ultra large scale integrated circuits, right? So that is given the computers a very modern way of presenting, right? So what we are using today belongs to the fifth generation. And again, a major breakthrough of this era is the artificial intelligence. So still artificial intelligence are not 100% okay, but still it comes up to some certain level. That is why robots are there. That is why what voice capturing softwares are there, face recognitions are there, right? Those kind of things are there. It is, those are the some of the achievement from the artificial intelligence, but still artificial intelligence is still a dream to the computer scientists. They are still trying their best to create something like that, right? So in your textbook, there are details about the 5th generation as well. We'll come to that once we get down these things, right? So people, please copy this down. So this is regarding the 3rd and the 4th generations.
Sir?
Oh,
Sir?
Pute, Kiana.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So you are done. මේකේ පහළම තියෙන ටිකක් පොඩ්ඩක් බහිලා තිබුණේ. Just take it down. Then I'm going to the fifth generation part. How about the others? Are you people done? Right, okay. One is done. How about the others? All right, Udamya, no worries. Just continue. So people, with the writing of fifth generation, we are done with the first lesson, right? Right. So do you remember the education application that we saw? අපි අර HoloLens එකක් පාවිච්චි කරේ. So it uses the fifth generation language, augmented reality, virtual realities, artificial intelligence integrations. So those are regarding the fifth generation, right? Okay, people, can we move to the fifth generation? Is there anyone still writing? Right. So we are moving to the fifth generation then. Okay, I need to take a snapshot like previously. So let me. Right. So here we go. Yeah. So as I told you before, the 5th generation is based on the ultra large scale integration. So ULSI, and it has a very high capacity hard disk and optical disks as well, like Blu-rays, and internet are the major technologies. So the software used, those are very advanced operating system with a GUI, internet and multimedia applications, voice recognition based on artificial intelligence, character recognitions, handwriting recognitions නේද? දැන් ඔය දේවල් අපි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අපේ devices වල පාවිච්චි කරනවා. Right? So we like api phone එකක් අරගත්තොත් we have voice recognition, right? And the phone, through the camera, it can do the face recognition, and when we are writing on the writing pad, our handwritings will be recognized, right? So those are artificial intelligence technologies. And the characteristics: portable, less expensive. We can't say it is less expensive. According to the performance, the price varies. Performance අඩු එකක් අඩු ගන්නට ගන්න පුළුවන්, වැඩි එකක් වැඩි ගන්නට ගන්න පුළුවන්. Small in size, it is easy to operation, highly reliable, highly efficient, right? And system invented, you can name many, like IBM notebooks, Pentium, Sun, iPhones, like the Samsungs, Huawei's, and all these things, mobile devices, or everything belongs in here, right? Okay, so this is going to be the very last part to be copied down. So copy down, and before you copy this down, I want you to do one thing. Now, since we are done this thing, I don't know whether I remember, I don't remember whether I told this to you, but it's better you do this today. You need to visit to my website, right? And I need you to register on the learning management system of starlabs.lk, right? So you can type starlabs.lk and press enter. And in the website, you can find this LMS menu item at the very last of this list. So once you click on it, you will be taken to a new website, right? Which is the Starlabs LMS, Learning Management System. So if you are having a Google account, you can just press this button, the Google button, and logged into the system, right? So you will be asked to give the Google credentials. So the Google account ki username password එක දෙන්න කියනවා log වෙන්න. So you are given, then you will be logged into that, right? Log වෙන එක විතරක් කරගත්තා නම් ඇති දැනට, then I'll instruct you what to be done inside the LMS. මොකද ලබන සතියේ we are going to do a small test. Actually, it's not going to be a test. You can refer your book, but it's better you go through the stuff that we learn. ඒකෙන් අපිට ප්‍රශ්න 40ක් තියෙනවා හදලා, ඒ 40ට online ඔයගලන්ට mark කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. So you can have the marks. Don't worry, don't very much bother about the marks. It's not a test kind of a thing, but එතන marking එකක් වෙනවා. So you can see what's really going on, right? So go through the stuff that we learn from the first in the first lesson, right? And it's better you register. කවුරුත් කියන්නේ ක්ලාස් එක පටන් ගන්න කලින් LMS එකේ තියෙන activities වෙන මොකුත් කරන්න යන්න එපා. I'll instruct you, right? So don't do that. Then I say what to be done. So for the moment, just log into the system using the Google account. If you do not have a Google account, there are two things that you can do. Either you can create a Google account, අලුතෙන් Google account එකක් හදාගෙන, then you can use that credentials with the Google button. Or else, if you are having a Yahoo or a Hotmail or Ymail kind of accounts, send me the your two good names and the email address. So I will create your account from this site and will send you the username and the password. And it is very much easier if you go through the Google accounts, right? So මම හිතන්නේ Gmail තමයි දැන් ගොඩාක් කට්ටිය පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. So if you don't have one, create one. It will be much better. Then sign in with the Google credentials, right? Yeah, so that's the news that I need to give you. And now you can copy this down. And once you copy that down, you can leave the class, right? So people, I will be here, right, until you get done with your work, right? So you can copy this down and you can leave, and we are officially end with the very first lesson. And Ravindu, I think you have asked a question from me. Putam, we note down about the first generation, second, third, fourth, and fifth in the notebook, right? It is just exactly the same thing that we wrote down. So you
Okay,
can
sir. Thank you.
copy that down to your book.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Putam. So if you are done with this, once you're done with this, you can leave. Have a very nice weekend, people. Right, Dinelka, thank you very much. Right, goodbye, Sandeep. Thank you. Right, to Satma, thank you very much. Goodbye. Senior, it doesn't matter though. If you have an account, no problem. So I don't think your brother and you are going to use the same account. Like, so like it's only you who is going to use that. Then nama pavichi karnawa, it's better you go from two accounts, right? Ekam account again in Nepal. Like if it is only you, then it doesn't matter. Okay, Pehala, thank you. Okay, Osanda. Right, Sandu, so you can exit. Goodbye, Sandu. Okay, Senya. Right, Udamya. Have a nice weekend too. Thank you, Dua.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Pata. Thank you.